Hey, we're back with the Aikido Virtual Dojo, and today we're going to be looking at Ukemi. Ukemi is actually a large part of Aikido. It's, generally speaking, the part where we take falls, the part where we attack, and in a larger way, kind of taking, receiving techniques is kind of what it encompasses. But it goes much beyond, much more beyond that, in the sense that these are the skills that can help develop your body in different ways, but you can also take them out into other parts of your life, and it could be quite useful. So, for example, falling, you could pretty much, use any other time where that might be dangerous, where you might slip on the ice if you're walking around. Something pushes you over. And so becoming comfortable with the ground and comfortable with how to move your body on the ground and receiving kind of different energies that are being pushed into your body. These are very helpful tools to have and very helpful skills to develop in your body. So we're going to be taking a look at some Ukemi.
So when we start practicing Ukemi, but also when we do the warm-up before the class, we usually start with a very light movement, rolling on our back, just back and forth. For this, I will begin with one leg stretched out in front of me. The other one is here, close to me, so with a knee bend. And I want to make my back as round as possible. So imagine that it's a car wheel or a big balloon or ball which is rolling. I want to be like this car wheel or like this balloon. So I want to have a round back, and I will roll backwards until my shoulders, and then back forward again, changing my feet, my legs, the position of my legs, and as I'm in the most backwards position. So I roll back and forth. At the same time, I can keep the position of my hands, and I can change them as well as I roll back. So here, changing and back. Rolling, changing and back. There is a variation of this movement where I can go a bit wider to the sides, engage also the sides of my back in this movement, so I can reach out with my hand directly here, roll back more on one side, and then coming back on the other side. And again, reaching out, rolling, and coming back on this side. So this is a basic movement, and we can advance also from here into a kind of backwards roll, but very gentle one, not a full one, just moving over our shoulder into this position and coming back. For this movement, I want to bend my head, I want to bring my head close to the shoulder on which I'm not rolling, to create space here over this shoulder which will be touching the tatami, and it's the shoulder on the side of the leg which is stretched. I want to create this space to avoid hitting the tatami with my head as I roll over the shoulder. So this is this place here. Actually, I will turn a bit to the side. So it's this place here. I want to keep the space free on this side. And then I can roll back over the shoulder and forward again. And one more thing that can be useful when you're learning this, when you have difficulties rolling back over your shoulder, keeping the legs in the right position and so on. In the beginning, when you want to learn it, you can hold your ankles with a hand. So the same leg, the same hand, the same arm. And as you roll back, you just hold it together. So this was the first part, the first exercise. Let's move over to the next one.
Okay, so let's start now with the Mayu Ukemi, or forward roll. We're going to begin with a very basic form, starting all the way down in Seiza, or on the knees. And so in this way, we're already very close to the ground, already very connected to the ground, and we can begin very gently. So from here, we're going to choose one side to begin with. And so from here, I'll begin on my left, and I'm going to place the hands. Okay, so I have a contact with the ground. Okay, so since we're beginning on the left side, I'm going to slide this left hand underneath. When I do that, I want to bring the palm more facing down, and this helps round out the arm and the shoulder in this way. When I turn the palm facing up, then it has a tendency to make more kind of points and tends to be more kind of square than actually round. So left hand is going to slide underneath with contact. And as I come down, I keep that contact all the way to the shoulder. Okay? Now, as I come down, there's going to be some point where I need to lift up in the back. Okay? So this will be very much like a tire or a wheel in that way. And so as I drop down, the head is also going to come down as well, leaving space here over the shoulder this way. So reaching back as I come down, the other half of me is raising up. And what I need to do now is give a little bit of energy to push over the top of my head, over the head. So from here, there's a nice good contact. I push over, staying nice and round. And then coming into this position.
The next level of doing this forward ukemi, which in Japanese actually is called mae ukemi, the forward roll. I can do it, I can go one level up and do it from the knee. So I'm positioned on one knee, the foot behind, one leg in front of me, the foot in front of me. So I am a bit further away from the ground now, but still not as far as the standing position. So it's still quite comfortable to do. And I want to have the same feeling of being like a car wheel or car tire which is rolling. So as one part of me, my head will be going down, the legs will be going up, and I will be rolling over. Now for this one, I also want to position, actually I want to position both hands next to my foot in this crossed way, so showing the opposite directions. And I want to prepare this round area here until the shoulder and diagonally through the back. So actually I want to go from my left shoulder to my right hip and roll over my back along this diagonal line. So I place both hands here, and now I need this little energy which will push me over so that I can roll. So I use my back leg to push me over. I stretch the knee and I roll, again taking my head away from the space where I go above the shoulder.
Okay, in our last step, we can try it from standing. So we begin with, again, one side forward. I'm going to choose the left side here. And as a basic way to do this from standing, we can begin by bringing the arms into kind of a circle, okay, kind of a wheel shape. And again, we want to bring it in this way rather than the palms facing up, but actually open this way. And then from here, the very basic way to do this is you can come straight down, right from the center, come straight down and touch. And this is actually almost the same thing as the step before where the knee was on the ground. So actually, to be able to do the roll from here, we have to actually raise that back knee at some point anyway. So this is not a very big difference from what we were doing before. But coming down, touching, and then pushing off with that back leg, opening that leg, keeping everything round, head tucked in, the back round, so that I can roll. You'll notice I come back into this particular sitting position or this position on the knee, and even from here I can stand up. Okay, and then another step then, if you feel comfortable with that, is to try the same thing, but in a larger version. So imagine you're like a ball. If I have a smaller ball, I can come down. If I have a larger ball, then I start from here, okay? And that connects from my feet all the way through my arms. So I can open up the space. Right? Then from here, I just allow myself to fall forward. This back leg will raise up. And I want to touch and roll through the arm and the shoulder and the back. Here. And then again, standing up.
If you like our video, give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to receive notifications about new videos being published. More information is available in the channel description as well as through the links section.